So today we have a special class where we're going to do our flow on top of Bear Wallow Mountain, which is about 19 miles from downtown Asheville. And the peak where we'll do our flow is about 4,000 feet elevation. We're going to do Tai Chi for strength, where you can use weights. Now the weights are optional, but you can use soup cans, wooden spoons from your kitchen, light dumbbells, or you can get creative. But start off with no more than 1 pound, and then you can always increase once you get used to doing the flow with weights. So we'll start off with empty hands, we'll pick up our weights, we'll do our Tai Chi flow with the weights, then we'll place them back down again. And so you can place them down at any point. And then also you can just let the weights dangle and just let your arms drift side to side to let them release tension and stress. All right, and so as always, you don't have to get the movements perfect, just follow along. I'll be your mirror image. You can always breathe normal, and you can do this sitting in a chair, standing, or you can alternate sitting and standing as needed. So without further ado, find a place where you can do some mindful movement. If you're standing, you can begin with your feet together or as close as you can. The hands can come to the lower abdomen. And as you breathe in, the belly expands. As you breathe out, the belly returns towards the spine. Then the hands can float down. As you breathe in, the arms float up. They circle in front. Then they float back down towards the earth, sinking the chi. Breathe in, gather in the chi, the energy, the life force, the source of our power and vitality. Sinking the chi. Let's do one more. Breathe in, gather. Breathing out, directing back down, grounding. And then step one foot out to the side, either foot. The hands float up in front to about shoulder height. Then the hands float down, softening, rising up, melting down. Call this opening the door, start of the journey. One more time. This time the arms float out to the sides like you're spreading your wings. Then the hands float down, the palms face up. They float up the midline, turning, facing up, and then floating out and down. Holding up the sky. Opening the shoulders and chest, decompressing the spine. Feeling all the sensations that you can. Let's do one more. Holding up the sky. This time the hands float up to the heart, and then one hand pushes up, the other pushes down, connecting above and below. I'll do the other side. And then this time, if you want, you can do a side bend, but always easing in, never forcing it. One more time to the other side. This time the bottom hand pushes to the corner, the other hand pushes behind. And then we'll go to the other corner, the dragon spreads its wings. This time you can turn a little more if you want. And then one more time, nice and easy, nice and slow. This time, you can circle the arms in front, hugging the big tree, bring it back to center, and then open. The fingertips drift towards each other, they float down, and then we'll sink the chi, just like we did in the beginning. Breathing in, gather into the heart. Breathing out, directing back down. All right, and then from here, you can pick up your weights. Then beginning with the feet together, the weights by the side, we'll sink the chi one weight at a time. So breathing in, the weight comes up, floats down the midline, and then the other one floats up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, floating down. Both weights together, sink the chi. And then the arms float up to the sides, floating back down, spreading your wings once again. Just coming up as much as it feels good for you, up to shoulder height, and then coming back down. more time. Call this flying. Then you can step one foot out to the side, either foot, then the weights come right out in front, and then they float down as we open the door. Breathing in, rising up. Breathing out, softening down. All right, one more time, open the door. And then circle in front as if you're hugging a big tree, the weights point up. And then we'll open. And then step in as you scoop one weight under, and the top one goes away. And then step out to the corner, the bottom one tosses the moon. Circle it back around, toss away. This time the other weight comes back on top, catch the moon, the bottom one tosses away, the other one stays behind, parting the wild horse's mane. And as always, don't worry about getting it perfect. As long as you're moving, I'm happy. All right, let's do one more. Parting the horse's mane. Then from here, the bottom weight comes up, they cross, and then they drop down and open, circling out and around, back up top. The princess on the mountaintop. Breathing in, open. Breathing out. Take as many breaths as you need. Just moving mindfully. Checking in with your grip, not too tight, not too loose. And you can step the front foot back in, hug the big tree, and then open. Then the other weight comes under, step in, catch the moon, top weight goes behind the back, step out to the corner, the bottom weight tosses away. Circle it back around, toss away. This time the other weight comes back on top, catch the moon, the bottom weight tosses away, the other one presses down. Parting the horse's mane, creating tranquility out of chaos. All right, one more time. And then this time the bottom weight comes under, they cross up top, then they drop down and open, circling out and around, back up top. Princess on the mountaintop. Breathing in, open. Breathing out. Moving with the breath or breathing normally, whichever works better for you. All right, and then from here you can step the foot back in, hug the big tree. Arms open up wide. And the weights drift towards each other, and then they float down, sinking the chi, just like we did in the beginning. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time, sink the chi. And then from here, you can place your weights down. Coming back to center, just taking a moment to feel into the body, feeling the sensations. Place your hands at your lower abdomen, then the hands float up, circle in front, direct back down, sinking the chi once again. Sometimes you can feel the energy even more once you start moving. Just tuning into the sensations we normally tune out. This time the hands float down, the palms face up, one hand on top of the other, and then the bottom hand drops down, floats up and over, and then down the center line of the body. Other side, breathing in, breathing out, centering. Do that again, creating mental focus and clarity. One more time, centering. This time both arms float all the way up and over, just as much as you can. Then the hands float down to the waist, softening down, and circling in front, gathering in the energy, bringing it back to the heart, and then down. All the way up and over, down to the waist. This time we'll make a diamond shape with the hands right in front of the heart, and then press out, reaching, connecting, sending out all your loving kindness out to the world. And then you can bring your hands towards your heart, self-compassion. Then you can place your hands at your lower abdomen. You can step the feet together or as close as you can. Just taking a moment to feel into the body one more time. And then the hands can come together in front of the heart. We can finish with a bow. Welcome back to the studio. I hope you enjoy the Tai Chi flow and that beautiful scenery. And so what I wanted to do now is just give you a few tips to reinforce some of the key points when it comes to Tai Chi for strength. So the first thing is whenever you're holding weights, you want to always make sure to have a grip that's not too tight and not too loose. All right, it's kind of a good rule to use in life as well. But so you'll want to check in often as you're doing the flow because it's really easy to tense up. Okay, and that leads me to the other point, which is to soften the shoulders and neck. So check in with your neck and shoulders very often when you're holding the weights and doing the flow. All right, that'll make sure that you don't increase the tension. You might find that you have a lot, and that's okay. We have to all start somewhere. As I always say, meet yourself where you're at, and you can always move forward from there. All right, so when you're ready, you can click on the link right here to go to the next video, and I'll see you over there.